I'm Dylan Black. This guy is going to the 2007 World Canoe Kayak Marathon Championships. That is a mouthful. I'm already tired. I can only imagine what this guy must feel like because he's in top shape. Let's say hello to Frank Desrosieres. Hello, Frank. Hello, TV world. So you are a kayaker?
Yeah. So I'm a marathon kayaker on the Canadian national team.
Wow.
So marathon kayaking is slightly different than marathon running because you have to sprint a lot more than steady paddle.
Okay.
So it's around 35 kilometers. And we do 4-kilometer loops plus a small loop at the end.
Okay.
You get out of our boat and run with it every loop.
You get out of your boat and you carry the boat and you run with it. Now you realize that's superhuman, right?
Some people call me superhuman. Some people call me superhero.
Not many people do that. Not many people run with a boat on their...
No, not people paddle 35 kilometers
or
with
that.
a kayak either.
Or that. Not to be outdone, right? How long have you been doing this for?
Since I was 8 years old, so I'm 24 now, so a long time.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second, because I'm reading in your notes that it's saying that you're the only senior for Team Canada. You just said you're 24 years old.
Yeah.
So what does senior mean in this world?
So senior is technically anything over 23. So they have junior, which is U18, under 23, and then seniors anything over that.
Wow.
So right now we have a really small team, unfortunately, because a lot of people can't afford to go or just aren't good enough to go.
Oh, whoa, look at that. This guy, he's a champion. All right, and I get that though, right? But as senior at the age of 24, I thought it was just because you could grow a really cool beard.
I'm working on it. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
So how often do you train then?
So I train about 6 hours a day.
And where do you train?
Right now I train out of Peacher Island in Orleans, because that's where I work. I coach little kids how to kayak really fast, like me. And I train out of the European Sailing Club, because that's where I live.
Okay. You live in the club?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes it
I
feels
get that
like
with work,
club,
right?
Yeah.
It feels like you live there. Okay, so you're Ottawa-based?
Yeah, Ottawa-based, but I like to say I'm raised on the road, because every weekend since I've been a kid, I've been going to regattas and races. And every springtime since I was a kid, I went to Florida for a couple months to do a training camp to try to make the Olympics, and never just got there.
But there's still time, or is the clock ticking because you're a senior?
I am first-year senior, so I'm just I'm the young gun on the team.
Yeah, okay.
And right now the old guys have retired, so it's torches passed on to me.
When you say old guys, though, not to keep asking, but what does old mean to you?
So old guys, right now, the old guy Adam Van Kerven, I think he's about 31 or 32 years old, and he's retiring now.
So like I'm done is what you're saying?
Well, you can go to World Masters.
Yeah.
I can make you fast. You want to be fast, I can make you fast.
It'll take a lot of work. A lot of work, Frank. Okay, so what has been the issue then? Okay, because you've qualified a bunch of times before, but money's an issue.
Qualified in 2011.
Yeah.
In 2012, I couldn't qualify because I had a bad injury in my chest. 2013 and 14, I qualified and went. But 2015 and 16, I qualified and I couldn't afford to go, so I couldn't go. So that brings us up to 2017. So
Which is terrible, because that shouldn't happen. If you have all these talents and skills and you qualified, you should be able to go. That's the problem, right?
To earn it and not be able to go and sit on your couch while your friends are racing is one of the saddest things you can ever have.
Yeah, no, and I totally understand that, right? So what are we going to do about this?
So what we're going to do is I have a GoFundMe page running right now to try to raise some funds, and I'm trying to raise $5,000, and that'll cover everything. I'm also trying to get sponsors to give me a boost up and carry me on their shoulders a little bit to represent Canada as best as I can. Okay, so you're looking for sponsors at this point to help out. And I know I can make this guarantee to you. We'll take your GoFundMe page. We're going to put it on the Boom Twitter account, or sorry, the Daytime Twitter account, other job, and Daytime Twitter account and Daytime Facebook page. And we'll make sure that we get people donating to your cause. I also have a Facebook like page. Anyone who wants to follow me on that, and I can give that to you guys and share it too. Okay, so how much money do you need to get to go? So it's $5,000 to cover everything: plane ticket, food, boat rental, living expenses. Yeah, of course. And accreditation expenses. Everything, right? Everything's $5 grand for 10 days. It's and so it's a lot of money. We haven't mentioned that the 10 days is actually happening in South Africa. Yeah. Which is pretty decent. Which is pretty cool. So everyone knows hockey in Canada. Of course. But in South Africa, kayaking is that popular. Okay. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to get 10 days of feeling like a professional hockey player does here. Okay. So this is your hockey, obviously, right? This is, yeah. This is your sport. Now, do you recommend this sport to people? Oh, it's one thing I really like about the sport is the community is really amazing. So everyone loves everybody. There isn't, like, the bad apple is probably the nicest person you've ever met. Okay, that's good, and that's great. And it's a sport you can do and retire in, right? It's not going to injure you. It's relaxing.
Okay.
And you make tons of friends. I think you always hear 6 degrees of separation. I think because of kayaking, I'm 3 degrees of separation knowing everyone in the world.
Is it difficult to get sponsorship then as an amateur athlete?
Oh, it's always difficult to get sponsors as an amateur athlete, right? You're not in the limelight. You're not getting paid by the government as a pro athlete. And especially if your sport's not some of the big sports, you just push off to the side. But we have some amazing talents and amazing athletes in other sports doing superhuman things.
Yeah.
Trying to get out there. And
yeah, exactly. They deserve to be funded as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what you have with you right now, just to I think we've all noticed that you've had something on your arm here. So these are paddles.
This is a kayak paddle. So this is my professional kayak paddle. I use it to go fast.
Yeah. Sorry, have I asked you how fast you go?
So we measure speed by minute per kilometer.
Yeah.
So the fastest I've ever gone per 1,000 meters is 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
So I'm guessing that's pretty impressive.
That's fast. So in the Olympics, in the A final, so the time that is considered A final worthy is 3:30. And the thing about marathon paddling, and here's the kicker.
Yeah.
The first kilometer of the race is 3 minutes and 45 second pace.
Okay.
Second kilometer of the race,
yeah,
3 minute 45 second pace.
So
the first 2 kilometers, you're going just slightly slower than the fastest guys go on Earth.
Okay. Frank, I don't know how you do it, but we want to follow, of course, you online. We'll find you at Frank Desrosieres on Facebook.
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll find your GoFundMe page there as well, because you are a champion.
Thank you.
And we need to fund this young man to help him live his dream. That's Frank Desrosieres. Coming up next on Daytime, how about this? We have an amazing blogger from Style Domination to keep us all looking beautiful during the summer months. Next on Daytime.